Jim Ross is famous for saying wrestling ain't ballet, right? What you men and women, you go out there and do, you put your body on the line and, split seconds, inches are the difference between something good happening and something bad. You obviously, there was a moment back in 2018 where you hit Becky Lynch, right? And I remember watching that, and at that moment when she was sitting there bleeding, I literally went on Twitter and said, that just made her a super duper star. And I truly believe that without that happening, the man does not rise to the heights that she got to. As great of a performer as she was, there was just something about that moment of that crimson mask. What are your thoughts or your memories of that day and that just unfortunate moment that actually kind of worked out to her favor?
Well, so let me just go back to the moment. We were coming off of a tour. We're going into Survivor Series. I just remember one of the producers saying, hey, we need to sell this. Go out there and say sorry later. We'll just say that. So I'm in the ring, and of course, being the biggest girl, I feel like I'm the biggest target, like everybody wanted to come for me, and that was fine. I just remember getting like whacked in the back of my head, like getting nailed. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, at first I turned around and it was Lana, and I kept shoving her off. And then I got in the corner with Naomi, and we're going at it. I love beating her ass. And, and then all of a sudden I'm getting these freaking nails to the back of my head again. And I just remember turning around and being like, this bitch better stop hitting me in the back of my damn skull. So I just turn around and I throw my hand. I swear my fist wasn't closed. I'm going to just, okay, if this is a jury, my fist was not closed. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because closed fists are illegal, Nia. You know that.
I know.
That's true.
It was an open fist. It wasn't fully closed. I didn't clench. You see how big that is?
I'm saying that right there looks frightening to me.
That's sharp. That's sharp right there, TJ.
Them knuckles will cut you.
Thank you. So I just kind of wanted to push her off of me. Whoever it was, I went to just get off of me. And it happened to be Becky. My big middle knuckle crossed the bridge of her nose. And I remember hearing and then she went down, and I went back to what I was doing because, there were some other things that had to happen, and I didn't think anything of it in the moment. And then I remember going to the ground because we all had to get to the ground somehow, and just seeing the blood coming out of her face. And I was like, I think I did that. I was like, I think that was me. And it like the air came out of my lungs. I was like, oh man, in the moment, it was like, bitch, get off of me.
Yeah.
Like we're going. And if you really want to brawl, let's be real. You don't want to brawl with an angry Samoan.
No.
I'm just going to say that. You don't want to brawl with an angry Samoan. You don't want to keep poking the tiger. And the tiger was poked. And that's what happened in the moment. Now, do I think it catapulted her to a next level? Yeah, she looked like a straight badass, continuing on, getting in that with Rhonda and walking out of in that audience with that awesome shot of her bleeding. Hands down to her. But I do think it is a combination of Becky being incredibly talented, the shot of her with, the blood on her face, being able to complete what happened even after being knocked out. I give her all the props in the world for what happened, but don't fuck with a crazy Samoan. I mean, don't mess with an angry Samoan. Sorry. Bleep it.
No, it's there. We said it. We love that.
Watch new episodes of No Contest Wrestling every Wednesday or listen wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at No Contest Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.